Hello, everyone. Welcome to the world's finest podcast. I'm Noah. This is Bohdi. Today, we're going to be reviewing Superman, the undoubtedly, undebatably, the biggest, most important movie of the year.
Yeah. Honestly, probably the biggest movie, most important movie of the decade for comic book films.
Very important movie, bro.
Yeah.
Probably debatably the most important comic book movie of all time.
That's true. That's fair. That's fair right there.
Debatably,
Yeah.
it's up there.
Um
Um,
Obviously we're doing non-spoilers first, but do you just want to give like the rating out of 10 first before we get into it?
here's our ratings out of 10 for Superman. 3, 2, 1,
10.
10 out of 10.
Yeah. It's
You could probably I'm gonna say right now, you could probably like nitpick this movie a lot. Um, like there will be lots of like film people
yeah,
who will
that's true.
who will like make a lot of points that personally I just don't have. And because when you're a comic book nerd like me, like us, sometimes those things
It
just
just
don't
doesn't
matter
matter.
anymore.
No.
Um, and that's why this is an easy 10 for me, bro.
Yeah. Same. I think the only
Um,
people I'm seeing truly criticize the film are people that I know don't care about comics, nor just care for comic book movies, just like cinephiles that go out and watch them just because they want to watch every movie in the year. Those are the only people I see criticizing it. Besides that, I think like 5 stars is like the average rating I'm seeing people give it, which is
there's always room for criticism, but I personally would just rate it a 5. Like you've got people who do really like it, they just rate it like a 9 or an 8, which is
it's
still a really high rating.
fine with me. Uh, I know
Yeah, man.
this is a kind of a tough question, but do you think it would sneak into your like top 10 or top 5
Top 5 of what?
of all time? Just
Movies of all
movies,
time or
movies,
comic book movies of all time?
just movies.
Um, I've got a lot of favorite movies and I don't rank them. I don't
Okay,
really
that's
rank
fair.
them very much.
That's fair
But this is definitely one of my favorite
for
movies
sure.
like ever.
Yeah,
It's so good.
and I
Um, in terms of my favorite comic book movies, it's it's top 5 easily.
that's fair. Uh,
It's phenomenal.
when I walked out of Thunderbolts, I was it still is one of my favorite movies of all time. But when I walked out of Thunderbolts, like I'm like, wow, that was phenomenal. Like it took me like a while to process like how good the movie was. Like I saw the movie 3 days ago now, and I still can't stop thinking about it. Like
Yeah,
it's there's so many things that are just unforgettable, and then seeing it opening night with like a packed crowd was just a phenomenal experience. I think right
yeah,
now it's sitting comfortably at like my fourth favorite film of all time, like behind like the Dark
yeah.
Knight and stuff. But I liked it a lot.
Respect. Um, we could go on and fully review the movie heaps without giving away spoilers pretty easily, I think.
Yeah,
But I reckon that's kind of boring.
for
So I
sure.
reckon we
A too
won't do
long.
non-spoilers for very long.
Yeah,
And also, if you're watching like reviews for this movie and you haven't seen it, what are you doing? Just see the movie.
and then
It's well and truly out. See the movie, dude.
yeah, and
It's
it's
really good.
you should just even if you just like even if you're not a comic book fan, you just like Marvel movies or DC movies, you should be seeing this movie. Like,
Or you don't like
period.
DC movies, because this movie
That's
will make
fair.
you like DC movies.
Yeah. I think
DC has landed, bro.
DC is finally ended, and I think
Oh,
this,
well, here's a question for you. Do you think this movie saved DC?
yeah. I think if this movie would have
Yeah.
been, I wouldn't even say bad. I think if this movie would have just been like an average DC movie, like the like DCEU, just you kind of
Or
get it.
bad?
Well, I like some of
Mid.
DCEU, just mid, yeah.
Yeah, they've got some good ones.
Just an
But
average film.
overall, they're just
Yeah.
average.
I think if this is just an average
Yeah.
film like a lot of DC movies, then I think this would have been the final like nail in the
Nail in the coffin.
coffin for DC. And I wouldn't even just say movies. I would say like everything but comics. Because the comics are always still going to
Yeah.
thrive because there's always going to be people that are never going to give up that. But like every other piece of
as far
media,
as the comic industry goes.
yeah, this would have absolutely killed DC if this was a bad film. But
Yeah,
it wasn't. So we don't have to worry about that. We're past that.
yeah, man. It was so good. It
It
was
was
so phenomenal. Like basically, like every single scene you're watching, and you're like, "This is like the best scene ever."
yeah. Yeah.
Like every single scene. It's just it's amazing.
And like
Do you think this is like for me easily? And I've heard a lot of people say this. Do you think this is the most comic booky
oh,
film
for sure.
of all time?
For
Of all
sure.
time?
For sure. And I don't even think it's like it's ridiculous how much like because like I know the comic booky can be used as like a derogatory term towards comic book movies. Like it's
Yeah.
too silly, like the '90s Batman movies. Like those were too comic booky, and I will admit that.
That's not how I would use the term comic booky. I think comic booky and campy are different
That's
things.
fair. That's fair. But I feel like it
Like,
like this perfectly
yeah,
nails what a comic book feels like. But I felt like it's like that's what the '90s Batmans were going for, but it just failed at giving the true like feeling of a comic book. Like it just tried to be like campy and kind of immature for the sake of it being a comic book movie. This was like it had the same feeling as a comic book. Like if you were watching a comic book on screen, and then like everything hit. Like I this is the funniest movie I've ever seen. I'll say that like without a doubt.
it's re- it, it's really funny.
I don't think there was a joke that was intentionally supposed to make you laugh that didn't make me laugh out loud audibly. Uh, every single emotional beat hit. Like, obviously we're not going to go into spoilers yet, but everything hit. Like the action sequences were phenomenal. The big CGI battles didn't look
Dude,
CGI'd. I loved it.
can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, because despite me personally not liking Man of Steel, especially the
Yeah,
like the third act,
I don't like that movie.
you can't deny that that third act and the action in that movie, if you block out the the moral questionability, if that's even a word, of the fights, the action is awesome in that
Well, it's
movie.
like it was also like to be fair, it was like a $230 million movie. So like if the action
Like you
was
just
bad,
when Zod and Superman are fighting in Metropolis, do I like all the
no.
collateral damage and all the people dying? No. Is it really like just awesome fight in general? Yes. So I was thinking, those fights are still pretty cool. And I wonder, because I was so confident going into this movie that James Gunn wouldn't do something like that, where like,
It was just
um,
big and
where it's just huge and just like lots of people die, because that's
oh, I knew
exactly
he
what people
wasn't gonna
don't
do
like
that.
about Man
Yeah,
of Steel. I knew he wouldn't do that, but I was like, well, let's hope the action's still awesome. And
that yeah.
without going into spoilers,
It was
like
phenomenal.
the final fight at the end that is similar to the Superman Zod fight is better than the
Yeah.
Superman Zod
Oh,
fight.
for sure.
Like it's like even just the action. Just the action itself, like the way you feel the weight of the
The
punches and
choreographed.
everything.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
phenomenal. And then I think another thing that it doesn't get enough credit for is the fact that it was a big like CGI battle, but like it felt realistic. Like I don't know how to put that. Like the CGI wasn't like I love the
It was
Flash.
good CGI.
Yeah, like I love the Flash a lot. That's like one of my like most underrated films of all time. I love it. But like obviously that CGI felt CGI'd, and it was obviously supposed to like it obviously stood out as a CGI battle. And this it was like you can tell like the big shots were obviously CGI, but I didn't care that it was CGI because it looked phenomenal.
It was good CGI.
Yeah, it was great
It looked
CGI.
great.
Yeah, it was great.
There is a few fight scenes in this movie with different characters, without getting into spoilers, and they're all amazing.
Oh, there
They're all
wasn't. Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Like It's really boring without getting into
Yeah.
spoilers, man, but it's just this is a really strong movie, dude. Everything it's so good. You said about before about like how it's really funny. This movie's hilarious.
Yeah. Without a
And
doubt.
it's James Gunn, obviously. He knows how to write comedy. He's a really funny guy. This is a different kind of humor to Guardians.
It's like
It's a different kind of
it's
humor and
comic
it just
booky
works.
humor. Like I don't like I
Yeah,
yeah, it's comic booky
and
humor.
it's not they don't use it too much either because Guardians it's constant comedy and I love it. It works for the
Hmm.
Guardians. This movie doesn't even have that much. Like it's got just the perfect amount that you would expect in a Superman
Yeah.
movie, comedy wise. It's just that comedy wise is just really, really good, and it's really, really funny.
And then I I I don't know how to put this into words. Like just not well, obviously not going into spoilers. But
Should we save
this
it for when we go to spoilers?
I'll give it like
It's easier.
a brief summary without spoilers. This is so like if you've read a comic book, you know that the comic book humor isn't supposed to be just like super outlandish. Like it's kind of self-contained humor. And there wasn't a joke in this movie where I was like, you could have toned that down a bit. Like the timing was off. I was like
Yeah.
constantly just laughing and it was hilarious. It was perfectly written.
The actors have done such a great job with the humor because
Phenomenal.
all of their comedic timing is amazing. Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner is so
He's
funny.
so funny.
He's so funny.
And then like Corn
And
Sweat as
he's
Superman.
just got great comedic timing.
Yeah.
Like Nathan Fillion in Guardians of the Galaxy 3 as well. He's barely in that movie. He's like a background character, and he's one of the funniest
Yeah.
characters and has one of the funniest jokes in the movie and the MCU as a whole.
Yeah.
He's hilarious in that movie.
And then like I love how wholesome Superman is. Like obviously not going into spoilers, but like there's multiple times in the movie where like instead of him going out and like swearing or saying something like inappropriate, he always tones it down to where you're like that's Superman. And those are like some of the funniest moments in the movie because you're like it
David just
perfectly sums up Superman.
he just is Superman.
Yeah.
He embodies Superman so
Yeah.
well. I'm going out and saying, and you probably feel the same way, and I know a lot of people do. Like he's easily the best Superman for me.
Wow, easily.
Easily.
Easily. And I love
It's not even close.
Christopher Reeve is arguably the most influential actor in the comic book like genre. Like he without his performance, we might not even have popular comic books to this day. So everything I say here is respectfully towards him. Corn Sweat is undisputably the best Superman, and it's not even a close fight. It's a solo first.
The movie just does so well at being so wholesome and lighthearted, but then having so much aura. The source in this movie is insane.
Yeah, for sure.
And Superman is aura farming in this movie.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of and it's the
Hold
right
on.
kind.
Yeah.
It is the right kind of aura farming.
I think now is when we get into
Okay.
spoilers. Because I think
I know what you're about to say.
Yeah.
Can I say a couple more things?
Yeah, go ahead.
There's some I've heard some people say there's too many characters in the movie, which I
No,
think
not at all.
stupid.
That's the stupidest thing I've
Not
ever
at
heard.
all. The only thing some people saying Hawk Girl should have had a little bit more to do, which
Nope.
I can see that.
I don't think so.
I can see that a little bit. I was fine with it, but I can see why people would have wanted a little bit more. I was fine with it though. But some of the side characters in this movie, I was not expecting to love as much as I did. Mr. Terrific
Oh my
is so
god.
great.
Give me
He's
more
so awesome.
now. Now, give it to me, please.
The Terrifics, James Gunn.
Yeah, a classic man, please. Gunn, I know you're capable of it. Bring him in, please.
Oh,
Please.
he's so great. Guy Gardner is perfect.
Ah, it's amazing.
Again, my favorite Guy Gardner scene, I can't say it without getting into spoilers. My favorite Guy Gardner scene is like borderline my favorite scene in the movie. It's like top 5 favorite scenes in the movie.
Well, is it in the third act?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that for sure.
You know the one
Yeah,
I'm talking about?
for sure,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
With all the CGI and stuff.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
The Green Lantern CGI looks amazing.
Mm, sure.
It looks so good. Um, and Lex Luthor, I mean, Nicholas Hoult just steals the show.
And another thing, so this
He's
is
he's phenomenal.
yeah. And then one thing I want to
Top
say,
5, top night. Do you think that he's a top 5 comic book villain, as in
uh,
comic book movie villain of all
I would
time?
say probably top four. Honestly, I would have to say top
I'm
four.
thinking about it now. Some of my favorites. So Heath Ledger's Joker's definitely up there, of course.
I think Riddler and the Batman. I think those two
Riddler,
are
Batman.
undisputably top three.
Kingpin is great in
Kingpin's
Daredevil.
great, but I do think I
Bull-
th- I think
Bullseye is great in Daredevil. Um, Thanos obviously is
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think
amazing.
Thanos would be best Marvel.
And then I had another one I was gonna say.
It's kind of hard to rank them. I think Heath Ledger is
I'm
like
not ranking. I'm just saying favorites.
yeah.
I'm not
I
ranking.
think Heath Ledger personally. I
Just
think Heath Ledger is the greatest. Like my personal favorite performance of all time. Just period.
fair enough.
So I'd have to say that that's probably my number one. But like after like that, like the rest of the top five kind of just intertwine with each other.
Nicholas Hoult definitely in my top 5.
And then one
He's so.
for sure. One thing I want to touch on is
He's got some great lines in this dude.
mm,
Some of his monologues are amazing.
yeah, like and that's
He's just a D1 hater, and he's everything I wanted.
yeah, and it's almost
great.
like the Batman when you're like you take the Riddler, and if you just watch like his monologues and his messages, like and you if you just told a random person, like if you just took the Riddler's monologues and you just put the soundbite and you gave it to a random person, like I think that they would like easily agree that that's like terrifying or like just extremely
Yeah.
like disruptive to you, like it's disturbing. And that's the same thing
Yeah.
with Lex. Like some of the things he says, you're like, that is perfect. Like you absolutely nailed his dialogue.
It is Lex. It is
Yeah,
Lex.
it is Lex.
There are like lots of like lines from him that are like I've heard some like cinephiles and that kind of thing might be like, oh, you see, like that line is kind of but
So
that's the thing about this movie and the way it feels and how I feel about it. I don't think it's not this movie just isn't made for those people. It's not
mm,
made for movie fans. It's made
for
for
comic
comic
book
book fans,
fans,
and it's
yeah.
written like that. Every single line Lex Luthor says, you can picture the speech bubbles above
Yeah.
his head,
And you could just picture like
and you can just picture it. The way he delivers it. It's like you're reading a comic. It's
yeah.
amazing.
It's the same thing with the jokes. Like not even just jokes, all the
Yes.
dialogue. It feels like you're sitting down reading a comic book. For sure.
This is like just easily the most comic booky movie of all time, and I would argue, hear me out. Like this is like more comic booky to me than like Spider-Verse.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Because obviously Spider-Verse is stylized to look visually
Like a comic
like a
book.
comic book.
Yeah.
And obviously it's animated. That's just how it is. That is great. Tonally, Superman feels so much more like a comic book.
Yeah.
Tonally than Spider-Verse.
And
Even though Spider-Verse does still tonally still feel amazing.
that's just such an
Across the
accomplishment.
Spider-Verse is incredible.
Because it's live action. Like
Those movies are so good.
yeah.
Like we're not crashing on them.
No.
They're incredible movies.
Spider-Verse Into the Spider-Verse coming into this was like my probably my fourth favorite comic book movie, and Superman just replaced that. And I didn't think that was possible. I didn't think Superman could have been this good, but it exceeded every expectation I had, and my expectations were extremely high to begin with. And you said talking about Nicholas Hoult. So, two things I want to point out. I've been watching some of the like interviews, and James Gunn has an interview where it was along the lines of he was like, Core and Sweat is so much like Superman that he could just kind of hop into the role and do his lines and he would act like Superman. He's like, so obviously I had to teach him some things and he had to get through some things on his own, but he was good to begin with. Nicholas Holt is so much different than Lex Luthor in real life. And he was like, they're polar opposites, and yet he still plays the best Lex Luthor we have ever seen. And it's not even close. Nicholas Holt is just a phenomenal actor. And I just can't wait to see more of him in the future movies. I just can't wait to see more of what they do.
Here's a question, because obviously playing a comic book character and doing a comic book universe, there's always gonna be a section of the fan base, even if it's tiny or large, that isn't 100% happy with something. Because there's so much media to pull from. Like, you've got decades of stuff to
Mhm.
pull from. And Lex Luthor is such a complicated character who can be written and performed in so many different ways. And there is no I believe that I don't think any comic book character has a right way to be written and performed. There are
I
wrong
think I
ways.
think there is wrong ways, but there because every
There are
character is
wrong
so
ways. I don't
divisive.
think there is a right way for anything. Because
That's a valid take.
like that's just not how it is. People interpret these characters differently. And that's why lots of people, not for me, lots of people like the version of Superman in Man of Steel. It's just a different
But I think
way
that's like
of the director interpreting the character.
I would
That is
say
closer to being a
I
wrong
would
way
say
for
that would
me than
be an objectively wrong version of Superman.
let me cook. Let me cook. I think that is one of those examples of a wrong way to write. But like at the end of the day, there is no right way. So Lex Luthor in this movie, because he's just such a complicated character, there's so many different ways to write it. And what I'm getting at is, do you think, because while we both agree this version of Lex is perfect,
Mhm.
or I think he's perfect,
I do too.
do you think he could be president? Do you see him as president? That's the question.
Yeah, I do. And I think the fact that they already okay, I think right now, spoiler warning, it started. We're getting into spoilers. Right now I'll leave a text up on the screen telling you guys when the spoilers end, and we'll have the timestamp at the bottom so you guys can skip to the end.
No, no, we'll just do. Wait, no. Well, should we just go full spoilers and just go all the way till the end? Unless you have any more spoiler-free thoughts.
Actually, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Okay, that's fine.
Just do you have
Yeah.
any more spoiler-free
No,
thoughts?
I think I'm out. I'm just about tapped out.
Um, Rachel Brosnan is amazing as well.
Yeah.
She was born to play.
Yeah. But now that you've gone into I can be president, the fact that they're already
One more thing.
okay.
Things. Jimmy Olsen's perfect.
Ah, perfect.
Lore accurate. Lore
Lore
accurate
accurate
Riz
Jimmy.
Lord.
And he also was
The
young.
real character.
He was the
He's a
young.
real character. Sorry, BVS fans.
He
He's a
was
real character in this movie.
he was the
Not an FBI spy.
he played young Sean from Psych, which is like one of my favorite shows of all time. So it was cool seeing him get a role. But
You know that? Sorry, can I just?
yeah, good.
You, I don't know if you remember this. You know that in Batman vs Superman, Jimmy Olsen's actually in it.
Yeah,
He's got like
I remember.
under a minute of screen time,
Yeah,
and he's like an FBI
yeah.
spy.
It sucks. Dude, I literally remember so little about that movie, but the things I remember are just the bad. Like, I remember that. I remember like Lex Luthor's stupid like monologues. I remember the courtroom scene. Like the bad stuff is the stuff I remember. But yeah. Spoilers. You got into
Spoiler warning.
can he be president? The fact that they're already setting up the fact that he is somewhat of a politician, and the fact that he was going to take half of
Oh, right,
Varia,
yeah.
and that he already had some connections to U.S. politicians. I think that they could adapt a storyline where crooked politicians get him into president, and it's like Superman has to take him down. And I think they could do that perfectly. And I think Nicholas Holt would be like a perfect example of a Lex that could pull that off.
They've got to be careful how they do it, because when they do like supervillains into like political like roles in like comics, you can very easily kind of do whatever you want in comics. Like so many stuff has happened, you can just kind of do whatever
Yeah.
and make it work because it's
Mhm.
comics and people are always a little bit more lenient to that stuff. With movies, it just doesn't quite work like that. And for me,
Headphones got wrapped around. There you go. My headphones got
me,
wrapped around.
like it works in the comics, but like for me, Kingpin being mayor in Daredevil Born Again doesn't work at all.
Yeah, that's fine. I agree
Like
with that.
that is my main gripe with that show. I love Born Again. It's so awesome, but that's my main gripe with that show because that version of Kingpin, it doesn't make any sense for him to be president. I mean, not president,
Yeah.
mayor, like at
No,
all.
and that's another.
Like,
I
not that
haven't
he
seen,
can't play it, he can play it, but writing wise, it doesn't make any
and
sense.
that's I haven't seen all. I haven't seen Born Again, but just the way the adaptation of Fisk, where he's more of a crime boss, and I feel like a non-Daredevil show that sums it up perfectly is Hawkeye. I don't think a version of Fisk like that could be Mayor. I obviously Vincent could do it because he's just a phenomenal actor, but
That's not exactly what I'm saying. Because performance wise, he is.
no,
He is
performance-wise
Mayor.
he can be, but it just doesn't fit the
That's
character.
not the problem. What it is a writing problem because the entire point of I won't really spoil it. I'll like
Nah, man, I already know.
remain as tame
I already know,
spoiler
dude.
wise as possible. The entire thing with the ending of Daredevil season 3 is that the public will never trust this guy again,
Yeah, and
right?
that's the other thing
'Cause
is
he goes to prison and then he is in Deadpool season 3, masterpiece of a season, by the way. He is manipulative and he is smart and he manipulates his way back into a position of power in the most genius way possible. And then obviously Daredevil like takes him down. And the way it's written is like they will never trust this guy again because he has now betrayed the public twice. And that's what makes that scene so powerful is like, and because I don't have a problem with him getting out of prison, like that makes sense. That it makes sense for
it
Kingpin. One
applies.
of his lines is like, "No prison can hold me," you know that. But there is just no way this guy can get back into a position of power like that unless it's fully illegal. Like the public will never accept
And
this guy.
that's one of
And
the
then
things.
and then president, not
Yeah,
president. My gosh,
Mayor. Yeah,
in Born Again, it just doesn't make sense. Like as soon as I like just I have to forget about that to enjoy Born Again, and then I do enjoy Born Again.
and then the
But
thing
it just
is,
doesn't make any sense at all.
and the comics where he becomes Mayor, I feel like his character
Well,
is it's just written. It's
in comics, it works.
yeah, and it's also just kind of written slightly differently because, like in the show, he is just a full-on crime boss. His entire
Yeah.
thing is just crime. In the comics, he kind of has like time to shine. He has time to meet politicians. He has time to flesh the character out a bit into becoming a politician. This, it's just a full-on straight dive into it. So that's
Well,
yeah,
just because obviously the way that shows and movies have to be written, you got to beat the bad guy. So he
yeah,
obviously has to get defeated. Whereas comics, he just consistently remains that
yeah.
like and comics are just consistently retconning stuff anyway. It doesn't really matter.
It's fair enough. Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway,
back to Lex.
back to Lex. That could be possible. Bizarro, bro. I need my Bizarro now. I'm gonna need him soon. I'm gonna need him now. I love, love the fact that I love the fact that a Bizarro under James Gunn has a possibility to be like a top 10 adaptation of a character of all time. Because not only is Bizarro funny,
Does Zara even have 10 up 10 up
not only is like Bizarro funny, it's he has serious beats, and James Gunn can hit those both so well. And I feel like a Bizarro under written by James Gunn could be like one of the funniest
I
things
say
we've seen.
Well, because I don't know how likely that is because how likely it is to get that soon in the future because Ultraman in this movie was basically
Yeah,
to a surface level Bizarro.
Bizarro, but
He's a Superman clone and he's not that smart. Like, and to me, it almost felt like, oh, does this mean they're not gonna do Bizarro ever?
my mind it was like
That was my. I loved Ultraman in this movie.
Ultraman's
Was he
perfect.
comic accurate Ultraman? No, but
I don't
who
care.
cares? Who cares, bro? Ultraman is not that exciting in the comics. But
He's pretty
I
cool.
was like, oh,
They nailed.
does
I
this
think
mean that does this mean they're not gonna do Bizarro? Because like this is kind of very similar to Bizarro. and I was a bit. So I'm hoping. I'm just interested to see where they go with that
I
because
think.
as soon as Bizarro is created, it's like, oh, Lex made another Superman clone that is also not that smart.
Well, I think
You know,
the main
it's
difference
just
is
at that point, people are gonna be like, oh, here we go. It's kind of
Ultraman's
hitting the
kind
okay,
of
this is lazy writing.
Ultraman was kind of soulless. In all fairness, like
That's exactly the thing. So
there wasn't a single
that's
like
the
time when his
that's the
character,
difference.
yeah, and then Bizarro is like,
That's the difference between him and Bizarro.
yeah, he has heart. So I feel like it could be a possibility in the future. Uh, Odds of it happening, slim. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but if it did, it'd be great, and I would love to see it.
It'd be great.
Yeah,
Um, can I say something?
go ahead.
Um, what are your thoughts on? Obviously, we're already in spoilers. Superman killing Ultraman.
Again, I don't really. I think first of all, the symbolism behind that is this is one thing nobody's talking about. Superman is only willing to kill one person to save the world. He doesn't kill Lex. He doesn't kill any of Lex's employees. He doesn't kill anyone along the way. He doesn't try to kill anyone in the camp that was holding the teleporter to the pocket dimension. He only killed technically himself to save the world. And not only that,
He's soulless.
it was a soulless being. And not only was that, it was
And it wasn't
practically a
like,
robot.
and it was also not again a situation where no other choice,
No. And it is also
which
just
helps it.
basically a robot. Like, in all fairness, it was
And that's
controlled
one of
by
the strengths.
Lex.
I was thinking, I was like, oh, would this movie be better if Ultraman was Bizarro? And I think
No.
no.
No. No, no,
One,
no.
because then we would be like, oh, we didn't get enough Bizarro.
Yeah. And then
And
killing
two,
Bizarro would have been the
because
mistake.
Bizarro has killing Bizarro, that's too far. Because
No. Yeah.
Bizarro isn't soulless.
That's exactly.
Superman wouldn't kill Bizarro.
W take.
Superman has such a value. He has such a value for
Everyone.
everyone and every life. He saves Squirrel, dude.
Dude, and that's another thing. So, me and my family are vegan.
Or it's a soulless clone, guys.
Yeah.
Like,
Get over it. Me and my family are
and
vegan.
it's not like he violently snapped its neck. It fell into like the
The black.
void.
It was a soulless clone, dude. It doesn't really matter. That
Get over it, bro. You're grasping for straws, Snyder fans.
Yeah. Shine Comics, we're pointing you out, bro. You're getting singled out here. But me and my family are vegan.
Shine, come on the pod.
Yeah, that'd be peak.
We're sorry, Shine.
We've been vegan for 8 years, and I think it was last Thursday we've been vegan for 8 years, or Wednesday officially. And the day after we had our like vegan anniversary, we saw Superman. And as I was walking out of the theater, I'm like, this.
Vegan anniversary.
Yeah, I'm like, this is well, it's kind of a special thing because
Okay.
it's kind of a special thing for the family. But as soon as we saw that,
My bad.
no, that's fine. Again, I'm not one of the vegans. I'm not like a blue-haired screaming vegan that's gonna get all offended by
Whoa,
that.
don't get us
No,
canceled, bro.
it's fine. But
Don't get us canceled.
as soon as I walked out of that movie, I'm like, this was the best vegan adaptation of anything I've seen in my life. Superman saves a squirrel. He saves the Jack Russell. All the animals get saved. I feel like Crypto is like a main character, and he's not just there for laughs. Like, he's genuinely used in the plot, and he's a big plot in the story. I'm like, there's got to be something vegan here. Yeah. And then I looked it up, and I'm like, James Gunn's vegan, and I'm like, I think the fact that he was vegan helped write Superman, because some of like hear me out, some of
The value for like animal life.
yeah, the value for just life period was shown perfectly through that. And I think that was like a hit, like not a hidden, but a lesser appreciated aspect of the film. But that's all I'll say. That's what I enjoyed. One of the things I enjoyed.
That's fair. I'm gonna say what my favorite Guy Gardner scene was,
Okay.
and I'm thinking you're thinking
Yeah.
the same one. One of my favorite scenes in the movie. It is so awesome. I cannot stop thinking about it. It's like when all the kids, they're like waiting.
Superman.
Superman couldn't make it, kid. You got an upgrade. And the hands are coming out of the
Yeah.
ground, flipping off the
Yeah.
army, dude.
It was perfect.
It's
And then not only
It is like that is Guy Gardner. Like the
then-
hands are coming up. I'm like, that is sick. And then the birdies start coming
Yeah.
up. I'm like, that is sick.
that's
That is
Guy
sick.
Gardner. And then the One of
He's
the
just
best jokes,
such a jerk.
one of the best jokes in the movie is like 10 minutes after
I know
that
what you're gonna say.
fight when they were
I know what
going
you're gonna say.
up, yeah, and they were getting like the applause, and Hawkgirl's like, Metamorpho should join the team. And he was like, you really want this guy to be the someone in the Justice Gang, make us look bad? And he's like, Justice Gang, that's a great name. And he's like, you're in.
Now
That's like,
that is a
that's
cool
a cool
name.
name. I'm like, yep, there we go, man. That was like one of the best jokes in the
That
movie.
was hilarious.
That was
I've been like
hilarious.
saying that to my family like ever since I saw the movie,
Yeah,
like every day. I just walk around the house just going, "The Justice Gang." That is
dude,
the cool
it's a
name.
perfect joke.
Metamorpho is so cool in this movie.
Metamorpho's great.
In terms of like, oh, the movie feels so comic booky. He is one of the main reasons for that. He's just as comic booky as you can get. He's just like, he is not the kind of character like we would never ever get a character like Metamorpho in the MCU.
Nah,
Sorry,
we won't.
MCU would just never.
And then I think that's one of the best
He's so
things
great.
about James Gunn holding DCU is that he just always explores the lesser known characters. Like Metamorpho, Mr. Terrific, although he is a somewhat popular character, we haven't seen him in a live action movie, and he's never gonna be
He
like
was in it.
that's a live action movie. And
Yeah, yeah.
he's never like a character like when you're thinking of DC's like top 10, he's never gonna pop in your brain. But like this movie
Well, it could not something.
but like this movie just showed so many like lesser known characters and it like portrayed them perfectly, which I loved. And I'm
Mr. Terrific, like again, I'm not really a Mr. Terrific expert. In Arrow, he's like so just like not likable. In Arrow, he's like this like the polar opposite of what it's like in this. So obviously he's still smart. In Arrow, he's like a nerd. He's like he's really shy and um he's like really shy and he's like um this isn't me. This isn't a flaw in the character.
Mhm.
He's gay. Don't get me cancelled. He's gay, but like then they use that as like
uh
comedy sometimes, and like he's always like, my husband's leaving me or my fiance's leaving me or whatever all the time, literally like every episode,
yeah.
and it's just like
And that's like
he's just not very great. He's just not a very great character. Like he doesn't like
and that's
he's
like
pretty whatever. And then in this, he is so awesome.
and he is so serious. And that's like one of the another one of the best jokes in the movie was when he was gonna go help Lois track down Superman, and she was like, "Why are you gonna help me?" He's like, "I'm helping you to make Guy Gardner mad." And I'm like, "That is perfect." And like he's just
A really annoying Green
yeah,
Lantern.
and he's so serious, and it's funny. Like he's so serious at times. It's just funny. Like when Crypto saves them from the pocket dimension, and he pushes them back in through the portal, and then he starts chewing on like I don't even like the drone kind of, and he was like, "That was expensive, man." Like that was funny. Like that was just his
They don't
character.
have
Yeah, like it was funny,
his fight scene's so awesome.
dude. It CGI is phenomenal
Green.
too.
Screams Yondu. It's literally Yondu.
It basically is. If Yondu was
Awesome.
arguably a for me, more interesting character. I love Yondu. Don't get me wrong.
Don't diss Yondu.
No, Yondu's the goat. Rest in peace, Fly High King. You may have had a dad, but you haven't got a
Make me
papa.
cry every time.
It's a sad scene.
That's actually the saddest death in the MCU, easily.
I don't, bro. Like the other saddest death is Spider-Man, and he's not even dead. He comes back like 2.5 hours later.
Yeah, that seems so great. And then also, because James Gunn said that he wouldn't really be putting any like songs in the movie, like with Guardians. It'd be like more sincere. And he's like, oh, it also won't be like a comedy like Guardians. It'll be more sincere. Not only it was sincere, but he snuck jokes in, and they were great.
And not
It was
only
sincere, but he snuck songs in, and they were like
great.
some of the best parts of the movie.
Yeah, I think
The one, this is a terrific fight scene, so much fun. And then the final scene with like the punk rocker song.
yeah. I'm a punk
it's like-
rocker. Yes, I am.
Oh,
And then,
he's
dude-
just, and it's just him there, and then it's like him smiling, and the movie ends, and it's watching the footage. It's like, oh, he likes the footage of,
He likes the
his
footage of his parents. It suits him.
and then
It was his parents.
plays like his real parents.
And then like I
Ron
was
Pa Kent, bro.
yeah.
And the music, and then also the music's obviously a great callback to his line with Lois earlier in the
And
movie.
then the score. Now we're not just talking music with lyrics. The score, everybody, phenomenal.
It's insane.
It's like
It's
it's
insane.
insanely good. It's
And they
incredible.
literally, dude, half of it is literally the John Williams score.
Yeah, which is great. John Williams is great, but it
It's
got
amazing.
modernized with the electric guitar.
It's amazing.
Yeah, like you know the
Dude,
meme
the
where it's
score.
SpongeBob and he's just like floating in the sky. That's what I felt like
Yeah, yeah.
every single time I heard that theme. And like the final credits
Oh,
roll.
speaking of floating in the sky, the ultimate is this Superman's best aura farm ever. When
Oh my god, when
after
he's yes,
so he crashes the
yes.
building, the chick's flying. I'm not flying away. What the hell?
Chick was
Driving
driving
away.
away.
Look in the rearview mirror, and he's just floating
No,
there.
she was crying,
That,
and then she looks in the rearview mirror, and then it's him aura farming.
that is how you do it. You save them, then you aura farm.
Yeah, and then
You save them, then you aura farm. You don't aura farm while not saving them.
and one thing I want to say. So
Oh no, everyone's blowing up around me. Aura farm time.
one thing I'd
Let
like
me
to say.
save these people and aura farm real quick.
One of the like honestly the only so this isn't just Shine. I'm not just dragging out Shine comics. Like
Shine, please come on.
like one of if not the biggest criticisms I see for the film is that the comics Gunn said he was going to be adapting, he didn't like do one for one remakes of.
I've got a comment.
Yeah.
I've got a comment. For that.
That is the stupidest criticism I have heard in my entire life. I don't a perfect example of adapting a comic scene without it being a complete ripoff. Mask the Phantasm, when it's the flashback to one of his first nights out, and he's wearing like the year one outfit, and he stops the little crime. That was a tough scene,
no.
and that was like that feeling was ripped straight out of like the middle pages of year one, like right when he's about to become Batman. They basically did the same thing with Superman. Like a lot of the emotional beats were kind of felt from the comics, and some of like the tough, and some of like the cool moments were inspired from the comics. I don't want a one for one. That's gonna make it boring. Superman saving a girl from jumping off, that would have been cool, but I'm not complaining if I don't see that because it has the same feeling multiple times during the movie.
Can I say something?
Go ahead, man.
So, All-Star Superman was said. So James Gunn said that All-Star was the main inspiration for this movie. He never said, "I am doing All-Star Superman." He never said that.
Yeah.
He just never said
Yeah,
that.
I never said
He
that.
said it is the main inspiration for this movie. And if you read All-Star Superman and you watch this movie, they are the exact same. Not the story. Story is completely different. The tone is the exact same.
And that's just the tone of Superman.
Like,
and this is
it is.
pick up any Superman comic.
It's amazing.
Pick up any Superman
Like the
comic.
tone.
That's just the tone.
Colors, the tone. It's just genuinely. It's like I'm reading All-Star Superman. It's crazy. And then, dude, the sci-fi elements, fantastical elements. That is the DCU that I'm excited for and that I want.
And another
That is amazing.
A really cool another I keep seeing interviews. Two things I want to point out with interviews. I don't know if you saw it, but I think it was the world premiere of the film, and someone was interviewing Gunn when he was walking down I think it was like walking down the main pathway, and they were like, I forgot what the question was, but he was like, each film is going to have a unique aspect to it. Yeah,
I saw that.
Meant something to me. That meant something to me, bro.
He's like every single comic is completely different.
Yeah,
They're all different genres.
No one's ever pointed that out before. No one's pointed that out
He's
before.
like, yeah. He's like, All-Star is different to For All Seasons or whatever. And he's like,
First Long Halloween, yeah.
And he's like, Year One is different to Long Halloween.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I'm just like
he was just making the differences between the comics. Yeah.
He was just like, which is so good because
it's so true.
Like Long Halloween and Year One, the same character,
different comic.
They're different.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that is what I'm wanting, bro. That is,
and
the
it's
DCU
so perfect. And another street.
And as long as we because obviously you can do those genres, and because And this movie sets the tone for the universe that we're in. It's a fantastical universe.
Eh. Like the
It's
opening, the
like
blank was
just because a fantastical universe doesn't mean we could also have some grounded projects. And we can have even more sci-fi and fantastical projects like Supergirl next year, which is now after this movie
hype.
my most hyped movie for
Anticipated movie of
next year
2026, without a doubt. And then
over Brand New Day. Sorry,
oh, for sure. It wasn't like
and
it's
it's not even close.
no, yeah.
Brand New
And
Day was before, and now it's like not even close.
I think,
Now it's Supergirl easy.
dude, her, I forgot the
Did
actress's
you know
name.
this?
I forgot her
I
name.
think it's Amelia Alcock.
Yeah,
Is it Amelia? I think so.
her in the suit. I don't. James Gunn is a mastermind because like seeing them, like it wasn't side by side, but seeing like the Supergirl shot and then it went back to Superman. I'm like, I'm reading a comic book. I'm actually reading a comic book. It looks like it's penciled to perfection. Like the suits look perfect. The actors and actresses playing the characters look phenomenal.
Did you know she was going to be in the movie?
No, it wasn't disclosed.
I had no idea.
I
I
had no
had no
clue.
idea. I was like,
And it was literally hidden on
and there's some
Letterboxd
other
too. Because
huh?
it now says that she was in Superman on Letterboxd. Like if you go to her cast and crew,
Mhm.
before it didn't. So like it was completely hidden from anyone besides the fact like
Well,
besides
there
world
was
premiere.
like some like leak saying they're like it was like Hollywood Reporter or something like that, and it was like she is confirmed to be in Superman.
I didn't
But
see
like
that,
it wasn't even. I didn't see it either. I had no idea.
and you can't trust those either. That's just a leak.
No, obviously not. But like, obviously not. But
Yeah.
like, obviously you're gonna go and expecting it if
Yeah.
you hear that.
And then just off of another street interview. So Fantastic Four, off kind of topic because this is a different movie. Um, a lot of hype is building up around it. The new trailer dropped and some new clips. There has been interviews with Reed Richards, or it's not Reed Richards, with Pedro Pascal, and the two I saw with Pedro Pascal and Joseph Quinn. And it was the same guy, and he asked him to rank the 5 Marvel movies, and he gave like Civil War, Endgame, No Way Home. He gave
I watched
Fantastic
that
Four.
just earlier.
Yeah,
I watched
that
that just
is
earlier.
the most embarrassing thing I've seen in my entire life. Because like they're so lifeless about it, and you can just tell they haven't seen it. Instead of like, I haven't seen those movies, they have to like fake the answer, and it's just so embarrassing. But like whenever you see the interviews for Superman, you can tell these people have read comic books and seen movies to prepare for the role. Like seeing like the comparison was
Well,
like
not. You can also tell in interviews who hasn't, and I don't expect every character to have
no,
watched it.
but I mean like you can tell the guy.
Like you expect the Cat Grant actor to read every single comic book that Cat Grant has ever been in.
And
What the
like
heck?
you can tell like Corn Sweat's done his work. You can tell
Yes.
Brosnahan's done her work. You can tell like all the main guys. Even Skylar, I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Yes, Skylar, whatever.
Like you can tell they've all like read a
He's so
comic
good.
book and know who their characters are. And like it's just so embarrassing.
He's so great in this movie.
Yeah, it's just so embarrassing like seeing Pedro Pascal and Joseph Quinn act like they've done it and like be so terrible at acting. It was just embarrassing. But that's just one thing I wanted to point out. They did a Superman
Yeah.
cast did a phenomenal job.
At the end of the day, they're actors. Like, I don't expect them
Yeah.
to like.
And then
As long as they give a good performance. For me, it's more about like obviously if the actor is doing the work, that is amazing. That is
Yeah.
aura points.
but then that's scary. That's
if
scary.
they're not, if they're not, like, as long as the director knows what they're doing, because it's the director's job to direct the actors. If the director does a good job at writing a movie and directing actors,
Yeah. And it's I agree, but now that I've seen that and I've seen some of the trailer clips, I can just tell that they're in over their heads. Like I'm not gonna like doom and gloom. I'm still trying to be optimistic for the movie, but like after seeing the comparison between the two, I'm like, Superman's just it's special.
Superman's
It's special. That's
easily
all.
going to be better.
Yeah, it's
I don't think
Superman's
you can-
special.
I think that if you go into Fantastic Four comparing it to Superman,
No,
that's
and I'm not saying that. It's just you can tell
I
Superman.
think
There was just more work put into it, and it's
Superman is easily better than like every MCU.
yeah. And then that's also kind of sad because
I
I'm
mean,
not saying Fantastic Four,
Call it recency bias, but
and I'm not saying
sorry.
Fantastic
Sorry.
Four has to be like this most in-depth character breakdown, perfect adaptations. But I mean, like, just being that lost about the character that you're playing is kind of sad, and it makes me scared that the director and writers weren't fully there. But we'll see. But Superman is just a
I'm
special
hyped.
movie. It always will be. It's top
Um,
four for me.
yeah, dude. Um, I mean, I love Guardians 3. That is like the only MCU movie that's on par with Superman for me.
It's fair.
And Guardians 3 is only like that just because of like it's like the emotional weight of then like the first two or whatever.
Mhm.
And then dude, it's James Gunn. He's got I will say in this movie, like James Gunn, despite this movie, like I wouldn't change anything about this movie. Like Gunn is clearly like holding back.
Gun was loaded, bro. I don't
It
care.
was loaded. It was
I don't
loaded,
didn't hold
but the
back.
clip
The
he
clip was
didn't unload the
fired,
entire clip.
bro. The magazine was
All I'm
empty,
well, because I'm saying,
and he
all I'm
reloaded
saying,
it.
because if it was empty, it would have been like Guardians, and there would have been like a joke every 5 seconds and like a song every 5
But
seconds,
I think
which is just
there's a difference.
and I'm glad it wasn't. I'm glad it wasn't. Is what I'm saying, because his style is so that, and this movie holds back a little bit,
But I think
it's
it
for
needs
the
to hold
better,
back,
and it's so great.
and it
It
does
needs to hold back.
it does what it
It
needs
needs to
to
not have.
perfectly.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And
Okay, that's
this is
fair.
not a complaint. This is not a complaint. I was just saying, like, as far as like James Gunn's like comic book films go, this is the least James Gunn.
That's fair. That's fair.
Even though it's debatably the best one.
Not debatably. It's not debatably, man. That's the
I mean,
best.
for me, it's it's the best, but other people might say.
Another thing I'd like
Guardians
to
3 is
point
so
out
good, dude.
is,
This and Guardians 3 just.
did you see? So I don't know how to put this, but I think Brave and the Bold. I think
Anime.
this set up so much for Brave and the Bold, like, and not like film wise, like it wasn't like a callback to it or anything, or like setting up the movie, but like this just gives you like the groundwork of the like what might be like what Brave and the Bold might feel like, and I love it. I love this feeling for a fantastical Batman, and the fact that obviously it's not going to be
I
like
think I obviously, as a Batman, I want it to, and it will feel different to this movie.
no, it will,
Like obviously, it's a different director as well, which is good.
but base
Um,
tone, just base tone, like
Base-
the comic booky aspects, they're going to
Yes,
nail
that's
that, but they're two different characters. So it's gonna nail the fantastical Batman comic booky feel, and it
This
nailed
stuff.
the comic book feel for Batman or for Superman. So it's gonna
I
nail
want it to be
it. Nailed this.
like if you make it like dark, like Batman should be, but then fantastical, like we want it, and also Batman should be. It's not like people are like, oh, do you really want it dark like the Batman? If you have it dark like the Batman, but then fantastical, it balances out to being
Well,
just
I think
how Batman should be.
it's just. I feel
You know what
like
I mean?
it's just what I mean by like it nails the tone.
I
It's
don't want
like
it as dark as the Batman. I don't want it as dark as the Batman. I
no,
want it to
no,
be like
it should not be as that. That's
like
my biggest criticism.
You know what I'm saying?
I understand what you're
You
saying.
hear what I'm saying?
The
Though.
way I'm coming from it is like this and Batman are going to be two different films, and at heart they're going to feel like two different films. But the tone and like the tone that it's comic booky and it nails the aspect of the characters perfectly is what it's going to be for Batman. It's going to be a comic
I can't
booky
wait for that.
fantastical film, but it nails the aspect of who Batman and his characters are. I'm type. I'm
I
hype.
want them to do. We don't want to talk about DCU too much on this episode.
No,
We
because
wanna stick
we can
to
do that in the
games.
future episodes.
We'll divert in a minute, but because they didn't cast like Superman and Lois Lane. They casted Lois. They casted them together, and they casted them based on their chemistry, right? I want them to do that with Batman. I want them to do screen tests with David Corenswet Superman, even though they're not going to meet for years. They're probably not going to meet for years. I need them to do screen tests with Corenswet Superman to make sure that those two work. Because if they don't work,
And then, just like you said,
they have to.
Glenn
World's
Powell
finest.
for Batman. Glenn Powell for Batman. I will stand on that to the day I die. And I'm glad you brought that up because they've already worked in Twisters. And if I know you haven't seen Twisters, but
No, I haven't.
you haven't seen Twisters, but like the behind the scenes footage, like they were all friends on that cast. Like they weren't just like there just for the job. Like they all felt like friends, like the Superman cast. Like they all felt like they were friends and like they would hang out with each other. It'd just be perfect. It'd be a perfect casting and it'd be perfect for the whole entire feeling of the family that James Gunn's trying to go for. So that's
I want them to.
that's what I
I
want.
want them to just. I mean, I actually haven't seen a lot of Glenn Powell at all.
He's a goat, man.
Um, I I would rather that. I mean, maybe he's really good. I might have to watch Twisters, but I would rather that they just do a general casting, and they just cast like they audition a bunch of people like they did for Superman, and just whoever is perfect is who they choose.
That's fine. I'm
I
fine
don't
with
want
that.
them to just cast a big star for the sake of casting a
No.
big star.
And also
I
I'm
would
not
rather
saying
they
that.
didn't do that. I would rather they give someone else a chance. Like that's what they did with David, and it's amazing.
Yeah. And I'm not saying Glenn Powell just because he's popular. I'm just saying Glenn Powell because I think he just fit the role perfectly. I'm not saying that because like, oh, he's a popular dude and he's like arguably the like highest rising star of the new like era of Hollywood. I'm just saying that because I feel like he'd be a great Batman. But Dak, this is like a whole entire
Yeah,
topic for a different time. Like we can do an entire episode on future
I'm
DCU
not,
castings.
definitely. I'm not a big casting guy, but
That's fair.
ECU for sure.
That's fair.
Um, and this movie's so good. Do you have anything else like to say that's like, oh, do you know some of Lex's speeches are amazing, and one of my favorite things about this movie is how he has all those moves
Mm.
designed for Superman. That is so
Warning!
awesome,
Warning!
bro.
Warning!
That is the coolest thing that James Gunn hooked with that idea. Whoever came up with that
And
idea,
also, I just want to point that out.
amazing. That is the coolest, like, that is so Lex Luthor. And I was like, the entire movie, I was thinking, dude, one day, if they ever decide to put Lex in a suit and go toe to toe with Superman, he's gonna be out here using those
1A,
moves
yeah.
on Superman.
And then
That would be awesome. That would be awesome. And if they did like shots that were like callback shots and like because if they do similar moves to like his fight at the start of the movie with like the Hammer of Baravia or
Mhm.
whatever, like with Ultraman.
that was a great opening, by the way.
Like, dude, I love the opening of this movie.
So good.
And what I was thinking, because obviously in this movie everyone knows it just jumps straight into the action, no origin story,
And
which I
also,
love.
one of the best jokes in the
Dude,
movie.
some people are complaining about
Yeah, that's stupid. One of the best jokes in the
No.
movie is after he gets healed by the sun from the big fight, and he goes back out and he walks up, and Crypto's ruined, like trash, Swords of Solitude. What the hey, dude?
Yeah.
I knew as soon as that was there, I'm like, this is a masterpiece. I'm 10 minutes in the movie, and I already know I'm in for it, bro. I'm in for it good.
Yeah, man. What was I gonna say? Yeah, just like, and also because I don't know if you know, this era of the DCU
Monsters
is
and Gods.
called Gods and
Gods and
Monsters,
Monsters,
and then that's in like,
The opening.
crawl.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes.
Dude, I was so hype as
It's
soon
just
as
like,
that got played.
When I was like, whoa. It just,
They did it.
it's just a couple words. It's just a little bit of text on the screen. But it's just like, I think this guy has a seriously awesome plan.
And then he's acknowledging
I
the
just feel
fact
crazy with it.
he's acknowledging it. It's not like the MCU where they have a plan, but then literally within like a year, because the Gods and Monsters was announced 2 years ago. This was announced years back. So this wasn't like he
Before
just said it.
While Superman was still being written.
Yeah, he knew what his plan was. Even if the movies and the projects were still getting written, he knows the end goal of the Gods and Monsters phase, and he knows how he's going to He knows how to add every single little piece into that like phase of the film or the universe, which I'm great. It's great.
No, and the way it goes, like, it's just so awesome. It's like 3 centuries, 3 decades,
Yeah.
3 years, 3 weeks. Oh, is it 3 weeks?
I think it was
Yeah, I think it's
3 weeks ended
and
the
then 3
war, and
days.
then 3 days. Oh, no, it was 3 weeks
3
ended the
days.
war, and then 3 days, and then 3 hours Or was it 3
Yeah,
minutes?
and it's like, and then it was like 3 minutes ago,
He got
Superman's,
beat. He lost his
and
first
I
fight.
just remember as soon as it goes 3 minutes ago, Superman lost his first fight. I'm in my seat. I'm like, this is the greatest movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, bro, the chills I got when it's like
I had
Superman lost his
goosebumps
first fight.
like 10 times during the movie.
Insane,
Yeah,
dude. It is so, and because obviously in the trailer, it's the very first teaser that came out. Best teaser that's ever been made, by the way.
for sure.
You
Agreed.
got Superman like crashing into the
The
ice.
ground. And they go,
That is like the opening, and everyone's like, "Oh, dude, what happened to Superman?" It's the first scene of the movie.
yeah.
Because in the teaser, it looks like, oh, this is gonna be like halfway through the movie or end of the movie. It's literally the very start of the movie.
And then
That is how you
another
start.
stupid thing.
That
The
is how you start a
trailers
movie.
spoil everything. If you watch the trailers, you already know how the movie's gonna go. That's gotta be the
Every trailer.
dumbest. That's gotta be. I agree that modern trailers spoil so much for movies, but I watched like
That is not a
nearly,
criticism on the movie.
and I watched nearly
That is a
every
criticism on the
trailer.
advertisement.
I watched nearly every trailer for this movie and like all the clips that got leaked and released. I was still at the edge of my seat. Some of these things I don't know how they're going to play out. So to say that and to
Bro, we're the
criticize the
opposite,
movie
right?
for that is so stupid.
'Cause I've been the polar opposite, right?
Hmm.
I've been very public on the podcast saying that like I like
Yeah,
avoided
for sure.
every single clip and trailer that I could, except that original teaser. I just kept
Hmm.
rewatching it. And then actually, because I saw the F1 movie, like whenever, like last
Nice.
Tuesday in IMAX, and I came and then the official trailer played on that screen, which I hadn't seen before, and that's like the trailer that's got like Lois and Superman like interview and stuff.
Hmm.
And I was like, oh, dude, I've avoided this for months, and now a week before seeing the movie, I see this trailer, and I sat there watching the trailer in IMAX. I'm just
It was perfect.
like my jaw was like on the floor. I'm
Yeah.
like, this looks insane.
Hmm.
And there's that line, and it's in the movie as well. And he gets up out of his chair and he's like,
People were
"We're
going to
going to
die.
die."
And then like that entire like scene, it's so perfect. Like the back and forth where he was like, she was like, "Why would you do
It's
that?" And then he was like, "I wasn't
and not only
representing
is it
anyone
serious,
but myself and doing good."
and me and good.
Yeah. And then
No,
people were
and
going to die. I was like, "Oh,
at the same time as being like a really one just amazing and great scene, it's also like really funny at times.
yeah."
The back and forth. There is some really funny
Superman
moments.
doesn't have time for selfies. So that's what you spend your time on, creating cheesy
No,
one-liners.
yeah, third person now.
And the whole entire this was
Bro,
off the record. No, you have to say off the record for it to be off the record. It's like so
so
perfect.
great.
One
The
thing,
chemistry is so great.
well, one thing with Lex Luthor planning the moves out, that is the most Lex Luthor thing I've seen in my entire life. His number one goal is to be an op.
Bro,
His number one goal is to be an
yeah,
op. And him planning
he's like,
everything is just so
oh,
in
dude,
character.
I'm gonna butch this line. And he's like, I didn't try to kill you so I could start a war. I tried to start a war so I could kill you,
Yeah.
or whatever the line is.
Yeah.
Chills.
It's perfect.
That is
That entire monologue.
it orchestra like that. Bro, it's insane. He's like, that is just so Lex, dude. He was like putting this entire country at risk, like ready to just
Just to take out Superman.
like with this invasion, orchestrating this whole invasion, just because he wants to kill Superman,
And
just 'cause
like,
he hates Superman that much. That is just perfect.
and
That's
I
who he
think
is.
like the opening to it was like, he's like, I didn't start a war. He's like, I didn't kill you so that I can start this war and win it. He's like, that was just an added bonus. Having half of Bravia was just the added bonus. He was like, I
Yeah,
started this war so I could kill you. He was like, ever since you were here, he's like, life has been worse. He's like, the earth has been a worse place. It was amazing.
So
It was
good.
phenomenal.
And then he's got his amazing monologue about like envy
And how it
and
drives
like
him.
how he knows
And he wants to be better than
he
everyone.
is an envious person, and he's I know that I want to be better than, or whatever he says, and he starts talking about like Galileo and all
Yeah.
that stuff. Bro, insane. And I'm waiting for the callback, right? Because he compares himself to these people, right? There is a page in All Star Superman. It's issue 5, It's the very first page of issue 5. The issue is called "The Gospel According to Lex Luthor." Amazing, amazing issue. It's so good. The base of the issue is it's Lex Luthor like in prison. He's like awaiting to he's on death row and he's just awaiting like his
Dying.
death. And Clark Kent interviews him in prison, and it's just the best, right?
Yeah.
But the very first page is him on trial, and it's like oh, I can't remember the first name now, but it's like someone the Hun, Genghis Khan, Adolf Hitler, Lex Luthor. And it's like just these names are just these terrible, terrible people. And then Lex Luthor at the end, and it's like the court, and it's like the judge, and Lex is just standing there like, yeah, that's me. And he's like, and it's just like the comparison is crazy. So he compares himself to these people in this movie. And then I'm waiting for one day when he does some real bad stuff after he's president. Because if he does the real bad stuff before he's president, then like, whatever. After he's president, if they do that, and he's done some real, real bad stuff, and he is like on trial, which would be an amazing scene, by the way. If they drop that, coolest.
Imagine a good courtroom scene in a Superman movie. We haven't gotten that yet.
That courtroom scene is not all bad.
Bro.
Discussion for another time. Discussion for another time. Dude, there's a lot to
Who are
get
you,
into.
Shine
Discussion for
Comics?
another time.
I watched a freaking 1 minute breakdown from him where he's like, this Lex Luthor's so masterful. He was like, his plan makes no sense.
Bruh.
That's the point. I'm like, ah, yes, bad writing's the point of the movie, for sure. Come on the pod,
It
Shine.
was so mysterious. You guys still can't handle it.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. That's so one of the most underrated Superman comics I've read. It's called Adventures of Superman, and it's like there's a couple volumes of it. I only have the first volume, but it's like 10 to 20 page issues, just super small stories, and like none of them are intertwined.
Yeah, sure.
And one of the I think it was called Day in the Life, and it's literally just about Lex Luthor's day in the life, and it's like it's so funny because he wakes up and it just goes to like his morning routine, and then he's like walking into his little like mansion where he does his work, and this like government politician was like, I'm done paying you, Lex. He was like, our ties are done. He's like, sounds good with me. He was like, the entire government's gonna know how crooked and shady you are. He was like, and that's fine with me. I don't really care. And the guy's like, fine, I'll keep paying you. He's like, don't tell anyone. And it just goes like how big of a master manipulator he is. And then like during the entire like this entire comic, it's like 15 pages. He has this little notepad, and it's like 5,000 ideas on how to kill Superman. And it's like the end of the comic is this like robot, this killer robot comes into Metropolis, and then Superman stops the killer robot, and then he's like, I know you did this, Lex. And he comes into Lex's apartment, and then he was like, of course I did it.
Where's the dog?
Yeah, he was like, of course I did it. He's like, who else would have done it? And then at the end, Superman defeats him, and then the guards walk in and they're like, are you okay, sir? Was that Superman? He's like, get out of here. He's like, I have an idea. And the comic ends with this frame of him writing down like idea 5031 on how to kill Superman. And I'm like, that is Lex Luthor. And that's like, that was running through my mind when watching the movie. It was perfect.
Did you like the Lex Luthor rage bait? I loved
Yeah,
it.
I loved it.
Because people like
Ugly dog and a
complained
cape.
about the clip when it came out. Yep, ugly dog with a red cape. What did you say?
What did you say? You heard him say that. You know he said that.
It's so good. It's so funny, bro.
I can't wait to rewatch it, man.
No, and then his speech at the end about him being human.
Mm-hmm. Goosebumps, chills, tears,
It's
even.
perfect. That is my greatest strength, bro. Dude, and the scene with Clark Kent.
Oh my god, dude.
Your actions.
I'm not even kidding.
That's what makes you who you are.
My mom like despises comic book
He's dead at the
movies.
door now, by the way.
Yeah. My mom
He's
like
so dead.
my mom like despises, well, not like despises, but she doesn't really enjoy comic book movies. But she was with us for this, and I'm not even kidding. She cried like 3 times during this movie. Like I think like a couple days ago, she was like, yeah, she was like, I don't even know anything that was going on during this movie. She was like, but I saw Superman and his dad crying, and she was like, I lost it. And I'm like, that's when the emotional beats hit. When your mom, who doesn't even know what's happening, is crying to like the emotional beats in the movie. And like, the final scene where, the final scene where he likes to play the photos of or the videos of his parents. It's soothing. And then the home video
because the
show,
entire thing is that he's had the footage of
yeah,
his
and half of it's
Kryptonian
missing.
parents, and like whatever. That's such a big thing with that's the main thing the Fortress of Solitude does in the movie is the fact that it has that footage,
Yeah,
and it's like play the footage of his parents, which is what was happening earlier in the movie. That it plays his real
yeah.
parents.
I was, I was,
He's smiling roast.
I was cutting onions, bro. And I
I've
also,
been listening to punk rocker on loop, bro.
yeah, bro.
A song I never thought I'd listen to. It's
Yeah.
actually such a banger,
And then that was
bro.
just such a perfect ending. And then another thing, people complained about the post-credit scenes. So I'd like to point out two things. First of all, everybody complains when the Marvel movie has a post-credit scene that sets up the next movie. Everybody complains. Not only did this movie set up,
And then when it doesn't, they also
no,
complain.
yeah, and not only does this movie set up Supergirl,
No, this is such a pointless post.
yeah,
It doesn't set up anything.
not only does he set up
Oh man,
Supergirl,
this sets up everything. This is so annoying.
yeah, not only does it set
Make
up
up your mind, bro.
Supergirl at the end, like 2 minutes of the movie, the final 2 minutes of the movie, it sets up the beginning of Supergirl. Like this is like where the Supergirl is going to pick up on. It sets up future conflict with Lex and Superman. It sets up Peacemaker season 2. It sets up the Rick Flag movie.
His
The
cameo in
Peacemaker
this movie
cameo
is
was
so
peak.
good.
Yeah,
Bro,
it's so
my
funny.
entire theater burst out laughing.
Yeah,
My theater was like pretty quiet the whole movie. Like I just like never get good crowds. I don't know what it is. Like I saw this opening day. Like my
Yeah.
crowd just didn't even care. My crowd, like it was like Superman fans. I just like everyone was just quiet, I guess. Everyone laughed.
yeah,
As soon as Peacemaker came, roars of laughter.
yeah. It sets up Peacemaker season 2. It sets up literally so much, and I love that. And then the two post-credit scenes are just there to be scenes of the film that you're watching. It's not supposed to be a big setup of the intro of a next movie or something that might not even get panned out. It's just the ending of the film, which I absolutely adore.
Crypto on the moon.
Yeah, Crypto on the Moon. And then did you say for the last post-credit scene?
Huh?
There was two post-credit scenes.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay. Yeah, and like at the
That
end he was
funny.
like,
That was funny.
he was like, it's a little off. You want me to pull the Earth back to pull the Earth back apart and put it back out again? No, man, it's fine. Like it just contains to itself, which I absolutely
Right.
love. That's what I wanted.
And then this kind of thing with post-credit scenes is because it means you can just put a little bit of extra stuff in that doesn't work in the movie otherwise. Like structurally, it might not have worked.
Yeah,
We get to see it anyway. Because if that wasn't post-credit scene, it'd be a deleted scene.
yeah. And
You
then
miss out.
him with Crypto on the Moon. I thought that was going to be the opening of the movie. I can't lie. I saw that was a legit like part of the movie and not just like a
I
teaser.
didn't think it'd be in the movie.
I
I
thought,
thought it was just because I just thought it'd just be the poster because that's like
okay.
that's one of like the most iconic like old
Yeah.
star.
I knew that was in the movie like
I
a day
just thought it
before.
was the poster to get the comics fans excited.
I thought that was going to be like the opening of the movie. I'm glad it wasn't, but I'm glad we got it. Anyways, I'm glad we got it.
I was sitting in the theater and I was actually thinking to myself, I don't hate post-credit scenes. I like them. They're fun, right? But like the MCU has done this weird thing with post-credit scenes. So now like
Everything has it.
so many movies have them. You feel like you have to stay to the end of like every single movie you see, and it's not even a comic book movie a lot of the time.
Shout out Minecraft.
And, like,
Best
I think-
post-credit scene of all time.
Wait, what happened in the Minecraft post-credit scene? I can't
Remember, like,
remember.
he comes back to his house and he was like, hi,
Oh, yeah,
my
yeah,
name's
yeah,
Steve.
yeah.
And she's like, come in, I'm Alex. And it was like the red hair from behind. Shout out best
Yeah.
post-credit scene of all time.
Well, like I often I don't want to have to be sitting in a movie theater after the credits are rolling and looking on my phone and going, how many post-credit scenes are in this movie to know how long I have to stay. Like, and I was thinking during Superman, I was like, look, if there's post-credit scenes, that's cool, but I really hope the DCU doesn't start this trend of doing a post-credit scene.
It's
I was like,
fair.
because I know that if there's post-credit scenes in this, there will be post-credit scenes in every movie, in every DCU.
That's fair.
And there was, there was a post-credit scene, and I was like, that's a fun scene. I do like it.
I'm
And
not
I was just
complaining.
like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know a lot of people are just at this point literally just leaving every movie, like MCU or not, and just like watching the leak on YouTube, which I understand,
I
but
didn't like doing.
I wouldn't do that. I would stick to watching it in theaters.
Yeah, peak, bro.
I love it, dude. I don't think I don't.
We will be talking about this movie for a long time.
Yeah, same thing with Andor. There's just it's almost like you can talk for hours, and like you won't even regurgitate the same points because it's just all there's so much to talk about, and it's perfect.
It really is.
It's just a perfect film. I'm looking up, dude.
I'm gonna be getting so much. I'm gonna when I get into the new room one day when I move house, 'cause I won't do it
Oh,
in
you're
this
getting
room.
a Superman
I'm
poster
gonna
too?
get huge Superman poster.
Same.
I'm probably gonna get like, and then I'm gonna get like smaller Superman posters like next to it. I'm just gonna
Nice.
have like all the posters for the movie.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have like a Superman wall just dedicated to Superman.
yeah.
Like
I'm gonna take down. I
this
think this one
movie.
right here and put a Superman one up for the movie.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. No, bro, this movie. This has been such a journey. This movie, dude, it had such a huge impact on my life. This movie,
Same, dude.
like, I'd never been so excited for a movie ever
Neither have I.
in my life, and I'd never come out of the theater so satisfied in my life.
So
This
happy,
is probably my favorite.
dude.
This is probably my favorite movie that I've ever watched in the theaters.
Oh, for sure. Actually, no, no,
Which
no,
is
no. I saw Master of the Phantasm last year, and that's like my favorite movie of all time. So that's my favorite. But like,
a little bit.
if we're talking like just releases, like new releases, yes, this is my favorite I've seen.
I mean, look, I saw Guardians 3 in theaters, which again, I glazed that movie.
You
I'm
do.
number one Guardians 3 fan. But at the time, I didn't love that as much as I do now. That
That's
is
fair.
a rewatch experience. Guardians 3 is a rewatch wow experience. Superman 3 is a first watch wow experience.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what makes me so excited to rewatch this movie.
Because I know it's gonna stick.
I'm pretty busy this week, but like, I'm gonna to weasel my way into watching it. Dude. Like, I'm hanging out with a friend in town soon, and I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, do you wanna? Why don't we go to the movies or something?"
Why
Because
don't
we
we
just
watch
like 'cause we were thinking
Superman,
about it,
bro?
dude. What are we gonna do in town? Like, we were like, what are we gonna do? We're gonna be there. I'm like, hey, do you want just like, why don't we just watch a movie? Something.
It's Superman,
Joe, what do you
bro.
want to watch? Superman, maybe. I hear it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I thought you'd seen it. Yeah, I have. And then I'm watching it on Friday anyway.
Nice. Yeah,
So
we're
all
really
goes my
busy
way, I'm
this
watching
week.
it twice this week.
But
There's other opportunities in my mind that I can think of where I can weasel my way into watching Superman.
peak. I try to weasel my way in today, bro. But my mom was like, "We have a busy week." I'm like, "That's fair." She's like, "We'll watch it like next Sunday, or like we're recording this Sunday, so in a week." I'm like, "Good with me. As long as I rewatch it, I don't care." I now have a new tradition that these three Funkos are going to be for the three best characters in the past three comic book movies. Batman was the best character in Yakuza League. Superman best character in Superman, and Red Guardian best character in Thunderbolts. Kind of grainy because my
Nice.
webcam
That's
sucks.
a cool
But
little.
that's what I'm gonna try to do from
That's
now
a
on.
cool little thing to do.
So I'm about to buy Reed
I've also
Richards. Yeah, we're looking up, bro. That's peak. That's tough. That's tough, bro.
Guys, cop the Superman merch.
Yeah, get this movie to 1 billion, bro. I don't care. I don't care how many rewatches it takes.
It's made like 260 million.
Nah, no, it hasn't. It's
Already.
made. I think it's made 100, and I think it's on track to make 220 in the
saw
whole
it.
weekend.
I swear
I might
saw
be
it.
mistaken because I'm probably outdated. That'd be great if it already did, though.
I'm a freaking idiot. It's 122 million.
Still, there's no way this movie makes less than
That's
700
huge.
million. A billion.
No, 800 mil. 800 mil.
I'm gonna predict nine. I'm gonna predict up in the 900s. I know Lilo and Stitch made 900, which I liked, and that's obviously a kids movie, so it's got a wider audience. But I
I
think,
need this to be the highest growth of the year.
yeah,
Because obviously, dude, this has been such a journey. Because do you remember the very, like, when they revealed the suit
dude.
for the first time?
Yes, yeah.
And there was a lot of controversy with that as well.
As soon as I saw the suit, I'm
And I
like,
was
this is my
like-
favorite one
I
of all
was-
time. As soon
When
as I
that
saw it.
suit got revealed, because you couldn't really see it very much, I was like, oh, okay. And my hype was like, oh, okay, that was like just before like the hype started getting real. I was like, okay, cool. I guess I'll have to wait till we get like a better look. And then there was like those set pics that started leaking. Those set pics, I remember seeing them, and I was just like, instantly in love. I was like, this is like my favorite superhero suit of all time. This is insane. The bright colors are crazy. I was just glazing it so hard. It was like my profile pic, like everywhere.
Bro,
It
the
was just, I was just like,
underrated.
dude, this just from some random set pics. I was like, dude,
Yeah.
this is crazy. And then obviously the hype just got more and more real. Like, this was the kind of pics that were coming out, dude. They had like these ones.
Yeah, I saw that exact one. They were tough.
Yeah,
Dude,
I saw all of them.
and then under
This was like, dude, look at that.
it's just so good. It's the best
And there
suit
was like
we've
the things of
seen.
him with, and there was the thing with him with the kids. And then there's the one shot which we now know is actually from the post-credit scene, and it's him and Terrific next to each
Yeah.
other, looking up the building,
Yeah.
and his cape's like flowing down. I
It's
was like, dude,
it's before the movie.
that's when the hype started. Like the hype was building and building, and then obviously that teaser as
Yeah.
well. And then
Before
since
the
then, it's been
before the movie even came out, I was like, this is my favorite Superman and my favorite Superman suit. And then now that the movie's out, I'm like, this is undisputably, with like no debate at all, my favorite Superman and my favorite Superman suit. It's perfect. Underrated. Hold on. Before I know we're wrapping up, one more thing. The final, like, one of the final scenes in the movie is after they resolve everything. Him and Lois walk into a building, and he was like, "Why don't I give you the interview that you deserve?" And then they start kissing, and then he picks her up, and then they do the like spin. That was so tough. That was so tough. I'm like, that is,
no, and then you got Perry White. He's like, so how long they been hooking up for?
yeah. That was that that spin was so tough, bro. That spin was so tough.
Yeah, man, dude. When I left IMAX after seeing the F1 movie, it was the world premiere, right?
Hmm.
And so I live in Australia, guys. So the world premiere was in LA that day, and Soups hosted it, which was pretty tough.
That was tough, bro.
So I came out of IMAX that night after it had finished premiering during the day in America, and as I came out, it was like, because there was just Superman stuff in the IMAX everywhere, huge just walls of like David Corn sweat flying, taking up like the huge wall,
Nice.
posters everywhere. I was like, yeah, because this is coming out soon. This is hype. This is hype. And there's like places to take photos and everything, and they're like setting up. And then as I'm leaving, I was like, it was all done, and I was like, whoa, what is this energy in the air? And there was like this thing, and it's like, welcome to the Superman world premiere. And I was like,
Yeah, it was
and I'm
tough.
walking out, and there's like, must have been like 300 people,
Hmm.
just this line just going way down of all these people ready to watch Superman for the first time. And I was like, oh, that's what? That's here, that's
Lucky,
tonight. I wish I could have
bro.
gone to that. I
I
didn't get to go to it. I saw it opening day.
I
The energy, I was like, dude, that was like the pinnacle of my hype.
I I think like the I don't know how to put it into words. The impact this film has had on the past like I think the first trailer dropped like in December. The impact this movie's had on my life in the past like 8 months is substantial. This has like been on the back of my mind for the past like 8 months, and now it's like the movie's come out. All me and my family do is talk about it. Well, like me and my brother especially, but it was tough, man.
Masculine urge to treat everyone with
Showing
kindness
some
because it's
respect
punk
because it's
rock.
punk rocker, bro. It's peak. It's peak.
This movie, dude.
Well, I
It's a
am.
real special movie, dude.
Yeah, I'm cautiously
Oh man.
optimistic for Fantastic Four. I'm trying to keep hopes up, but I saw a clip
I'm excited
where
for Fantastic Four, but like, because you know how there's like the Fantastic Four first Superman like beef among fans.
yeah, this is
There are certain areas of
it's
the fandom. There are certain like Superman fans who are like Fantastic Four will suck, and then there's Fantastic Four fans who are like Superman will suck. That is like an actual beef that was going on, and there's this huge like beef about what movie will make more money and stuff. Superman's easily gonna make more money, and it's easily gonna be better.
and I think that the
Just the
fact that
word of
this movie's so
well,
good.
I was hyped for both, obviously. I already knew Superman would be better. I don't think it's very fair to compare.
That's
Um,
fair. I knew
but like,
from minute one, bro.
but now I know after Superman's come out. I mean, I guess I know Superman, Fantastic Four still hasn't come out, but just the word of mouth of Superman is like word is spreading about this thing and about how good it is. right?
Mhm.
And the advertisement has been unreal. Like, the marketing is crazy.
And then
Like,
the funniest thing is,
this is making more money.
ah, and the funniest thing
Sorry,
was,
Fantastic Four fans.
I think it was like Monday or Sunday, or it was like it was before the world premiere. The like early screenings, like not like the Tuesday early screenings, like the early screenings that certain people were invited to.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Those
yeah, yeah, yeah.
leaked. I don't know who's leaking those, but everyone's like, "This movie's terrible. It's a piece of trash." They're
They didn't
like,
even leak.
"I no." So like they said it leaked, and now in retrospect, I'm looking at it. I'm like, someone made that up, and it picked up
Oh,
news, and
definitely made
people
that.
started doing that because I haven't yet to see someone be like, "This movie sucks." There's no way that was real.
I mean, one person. Anyway,
Come on the
anyway,
pod.
please. We need the publicity.
Yeah, bro.
We love you, Shine. We love you, Shine.
No,
We
actually, I feel
respect
like
your
Shine
opinion.
would be like the funnest guy to be on a call with because it'd just be like nerding
Nah,
out
he
for an
would.
hour and a half. It'd be so fun.
We respect your opinions, Shine.
Yeah,
I respect all opinions.
I respect
For the
most.
most part. For the
Yeah, for
most
the
part.
most
I
part.
respect most opinions.
Well,
Um,
I think that
can I
about
just
does
say,
it.
like,
Oh, go ahead.
just like, I think that, I mean, I don't like choosing favorites. I don't choose a favorite between Marvel and DC. Like, I like different
I do.
things about both of them. I like different things about both of them, and different things I'm like, oh, I like DC more. And then I'm like, oh, the Marvel has this aspect that I really like. But just like,
As a whole,
this movie just reminded me the world of DC is just so much fun, dude.
real.
Like, the world, if like the DCU, if it doesn't even have to continue this level of quality, because I like every movie being this level of quality unrealistic. If it can, just the fact that we are gonna spend the next like years in
I
this
there
in
isn't
this
a
in this world
yeah,
in this world, that is exciting, and that is something I'm looking forward to.
dude.
And like, and because
Supergirl.
like, let's be real, like the
Okay,
MCU is great, but the MCU universe doesn't feel like anything like the Marvel Comics universe at all. Like, you don't even have the Fantastic Four is coming out, but you don't even have like the X-Men or the Fantastic Four in there. And like, obviously the MCU is so grey as well, like color wise. Like, MCU, the way the MCU feels like the Marvel Comics universe, and the way that Superman, I guess it's unfair because one movie, but the way that Superman feels like the DC Comics universe is like hoops on the MCU.
yeah, and I
And
think
if we can, and just continuing to watch movies and spend time in this world, people are gonna be like, they're gonna, because like the general audience is gonna start to love DC, because the general audience doesn't like DC.
and I can't blame them for disliking DC because bro, we got Justice League, Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman,
And just,
and
it's
Suicide
just so
Squad,
disconnected.
and like
It's just
the 14
disconnected.
film universe. Yeah,
And then obviously there are some films that are like, they're not bad,
no, but
like
they're just
films
mid.
like Shazam, um, Blue Beetle. I think like they're fun. But like at the end of the day, these people just like, they just don't really care about these movies, and just like MCU is just like better. You know what I mean?
And like the Flash, it
Like,
was another one of the like I loved it, but it was kind of like
I'm a hard Flash boycotter. I've boycotted it since it came out.
it's really good, man.
When it came out, I just like never watched it, and then I just boycotted it after. For particular reasons. But I actually am watching it soon. I am watching it
pretty
soon.
good.
I'm gonna watch it soon. Well, I'm interested to see because I've heard it sucks. So
Well, I mean, like I'll leave that up to you. I'm not gonna try to taint your mind, but
yeah, yeah.
I'm really looking forward to
I've seen
Supergirl.
some clips and they look pretty bad.
Lobo's gonna be
Nick
interesting.
Cage Superman.
That was tough, bro. That was don't you diss Nick Cage Superman and Flash. I'm serious.
You're gonna
Don't
get
diss that, bro.
trolled.
Don't
This
diss
guy
that,
was
bro.
so bad.
Don't diss
You're gonna
that.
get trolled in the comments. You're gonna get trolled.
Lobo, Jason Momoa as Lobo is like a fabulous
Best
casting.
casting.
So I think that film's gonna be great. I'm
Oh
gonna
man.
I'm gonna pick up that comic. I think that's the next comic I'm gonna get.
Women of Tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's in my next. That's in my next lot, bro.
yeah.
I'm picking it up.
Picking up that, I'm gonna pick up
Picking it
Superman
up.
for all seasons. That's the next thing I'm gonna pick up.
Yeah.
Once I finish Dark
I was
Victory.
gonna read it. I was gonna read it before this came out. but didn't get opportunity.
All right, fair enough.
Bye, bro.
Fireman. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about this
See
movie.
Superman
We saw.
forever.
Yeah, we just had an hour and a half
Expect
episode about it,
one day,
but we're gonna talk about
one
it for a
day,
while.
this backdrop will be Superman.
That's tough,
Basically, just Superman,
dude. And then like I can't wait. Like
and it won't be in this room.
in like 25
Okay.
years, when we're unks and we're like old and like in retirement homes, it could be like we saw Superman
Like
opening night.
Like Sammy J.
Yeah. Imagine being a father in 2025. Congratulations, by the way, man. Really, I'm glad for you, man. That was
Also,
dope.
come on the pod.
Yeah,
I
that'd
mean,
be
that's even
dope.
less likely.
That would be dope, bro. It's like never
Dream
gonna
guest.
happen.
I think he's the dream guest, bro.
He is the dream guest. He is the dream guest. But yeah, that would be really cool to say we saw Superman opening night. That'd be cool. That'd be fun.
Yeah, yeah. After when the Batman Beyond movie comes out, because the
Oh,
DCU
bro.
Batman is actually too old and has to become old.
That'd be
too soon.
tough, bro. That'd be fire.
Actually, no. 5 years. I think we're chilling.
Yeah.
I don't think whoever plays Batman will be that old by then. I think we're chilling.
I think we're gonna have like a not a middle aged, probably like 30 to like 34-year-old Batman. I imagine that's the age we'd get.
I mean, my favorite Batman age for Batman stories is like not old Batman, like not old like The Dark Knight Returns and Batman vs Superman, but like just past his prime, like Arkham Knight.
That's fair.
And he's like seasoned Batman. That is my favorite age for Batman storytelling.
Past his
Like
prime is
Arkham
kind of
Knight
crazy
Batman,
about Arkham Knight though.
Well, he's in his prime, but like he's just like
He's older.
just coming out.
He's like 40.
That's what I'm saying.
He's not
That's
like
what I'm saying.
65. Like
No, he's like late 30s. He's like late. That's what I'm saying. That's my favorite Batman age.
That's
like,
a good age, and that's what I'd imagine
He's just coming out of his prime.
in the
Like Batman
30s.
Arkham Knight.
Is imagine
Batman Arkham Knight's a video game, so obviously he's like more in his prime because of what the gameplay's like. But lore-wise, he's less in his prime than he is.
and then like yeah,
He's still obviously
I'd imagine he'd be 30s to
deep game.
I'd imagine he'll be in his 30s. I don't understand
Well,
having
for DCU, I want him to be a bit younger.
well in his 30s because he already has Robin, and Robin's kind of like Robin's always like year 4 to like
If it's not
5 in Batman.
Oh, I'll say that for a DCU episode. Actually,
Yeah, we could do that.
we need to talk about what we want from Robin.
Yeah, we need to talk about just what we want from DCU, bro. We got a lot to talk about.
More of this is what I want. From
Yeah.
DCU, bro. More of
And
this.
again, I'm not expecting friggin' like masterpieces left, right, and center. Yeah, I'm welcoming it. I'm not gonna argue at
I
it.
love it.
I would love it,
Oh,
but I'm gonna keep my expectations real. Which
here's a question. Remember when we did Will Superman be better than?
yeah, I know. I get it, bro. I get it. I was wrong on a lot of those
Superman
takes.
was better than.
Superman was
and,
better than a lot, bro.
Do you want me to say a couple?
I would say the only 3 movies, in my opinion. I'll leave it at comic book. The only 3, because first of all, Superman's in like my top 4, and the only 3 movies period that I think are better than Superman are Dark Knight, The Batman, and Mask the Phantasm. Those are my 3 favorite movies of all time.
I said in my Letterboxd review that Superman is the best non-Batman superhero movie ever.
Yes, I definitely agree.
And for me, so I think The Dark Knight is better,
Mhm.
and The Batman is better.
That's fair. Yeah, you don't have the
That
love
is it.
Mask the Phantasm like I do, which is fair. I'm a glazer, bro.
Phantom's fire, bro.
I'm a glazer. Like I'm a D1, bro.
And then and then Guardians 3 as well is also like in my top 5.
That's fair.
Comic book movies.
That's fair.
That was fun.
That's fair.
Bro, someone needs to count how many times I glazed Guardians 3 in this.
Bro, like actually, that
Guardians 3
probably the
poster is
5th.
coming as well, bro.
That'd be tough. I think I'm gonna get rid of these random 2.
Oh, and Across the Spider-Verse as well.
That's a great poster.
I actually rewatched Across the Spider-Verse, and this is like on par with Superman. Across the Spider-Verse is just, it's really different, and it's really hard to compare. And I also do need to rewatch Superman, but just not Beyond the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse is so
Yeah.
good.
I think
Like,
I'm gonna improve those
it's
too.
one of those movies where like you forget how amazing it is, and you're like, yeah, I'd probably rank it about here. This is probably better. This is probably better. Then you rewatch it, and you're like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. It is so good.
I've seen. I don't. I don't. I think it's like hard to rank comic book films. Like I feel like my top
Yeah,
four is
because they're all
solidified.
so different.
But like
A lot of them are
especially
so different.
Marvel and DC, like toning the
Mm-mm.
just the villains, the characters are just also different. So it's kind of hard to do that. But yeah, I think I've
Yeah,
solidified my top four.
yeah. My top five, which can interchange, would be The Batman, The Dark Knight, Superman, Guardians 3, and Across the Spider-Verse.
Fair enough, man.
Into the Spider-Verse would be like also up there, but
Fair enough.
let me pick five. Into the Spider-Verse is also phenomenal.
Yeah.
Um,
See Superman, guys.
I mean, if you haven't seen it, why are you
I
watching
mean,
this far into this?
our
Yeah.
podcast episode is like only like 20 minutes shorter than the movie. So like you could have just gone and watched the movie instead of watching this.
Is that how long we've gone
I
for?
think we've gone for an hour and 40 minutes, just about.
That's insane,
There's a lot. I still have more to talk about, bro. That's the craziest thing. But
bro.
seriously, watch the
Crazy.
movie.
We've gone way over time.
Hashtag
Heck no.
Superman for 1 billion. That's what I need. That'll make
Yeah,
my
bro.
summer.
I need it. If Jurassic World makes $1 billion and Superman doesn't, gonna crash out.
If Fantastic
I mean,
Four
it's
makes
probably
$1
it's
billion
probably
and Superman doesn't, I'm
no chance.
crashing out. No chance.
Unless it's 4 billion, then it's okay.
That's allowed. I'd be cool with that.
That's okay.
I'd be cool with that, bro. Bro, did you see the
That'd
cheesy?
be- oh,
No. Shh.
or the videos of them doing it.
Those were tough. Those were
Videos-
tough. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Those were tough.
They
I'll
get
leave it
it,
at that, bro.
Bro, that you could tell that they're like, why are we doing this? But
No.
the marketing, the guy holding the thing filming, you can tell he's like, yeah,
Yeah.
this is gold.
Yeah.
TikTok
And they're all
will
like,
eat
"What is
up."
this?" But it's funny. But yeah,
No, and Emos, I don't know how to say his last name. Emos Backpacker or whatever. He's like, his face is like the most like
when he did
what's
this,
happening. There's one.
he did the reverse,
There's one.
bro.
There's like 2 or 3 of those videos now. There's one where he doesn't even do it. All of them.
He doesn't even get it.
Him.
He doesn't even get
He's
it.
just holding Vanessa Kirby, just smiling.
Yeah, it's funny.
So funny.
Yeah.
Funny. He's gonna be the best
Bungie.
part of that movie, by the way.
Oh yeah, that Johnny's gonna suck.
See the pic of. Well, this is gonna sound weird. Oh, I almost got clipped. I was about to say, do you see the clip of like the thing without the shirt?
That no, I need to see that.
Amazing. I almost said, did you see the clip of him with his shirt off?
I
I was ready to get clipped.
saw this. There's like this compilation. I think Marvel posted it, but it's like Johnny simping over Silver Surfer. Like it's bad, bro. Like there's this one part where it's like
What?
it's Johnny and the Thing. They're talking, and he was like, "So she already break up with you?" He's like, "I don't know about breaking up. Like I only watched it once." But like a big plot point of this movie is gonna be
What?
he likes Silver Surfer.
What? That's terrible.
That is so bad, bro. It lowered my expectations even further.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but actually, one of the clips
We're
was
all gonna cheer in the theater when
he
says
says,
club.
"It's clobbering time." I think there was another clip I saw where I think it was them flying in space, and then I think they were talking to Silver Surfer. I forgot exactly how it went, but he was like, "Just because you're a sexy alien," and then it was like the stupid monologue where he threw that into the sentence.
Heck.
I'm like, nah,
Heck.
bro, nah.
That's a fine line. That's a Johnny thing to say. That line.
It's
of
not a
dialogue.
Johnny thing to say, bro, because Johnny would never go for an alien.
I don't know, bro. He's pretty down bad.
He's pretty damn bad, but I don't think he'd go for an alien, bro. I think he has limits. Professionals have
Some of those
standards,
Marvel Rivals voice lines, bro. I don't know if you've heard.
bro. Marvel Rebels is so puns,
Some
bro.
of his voice lines, bro. I think he like sims for like every single character in that game.
Yeah,
I
we'll
think like
see.
even Mantis has like has an interaction with him or something.
We'll see. I'm hoping it's good. I'd love to see a good Fantastic Four movie
I
in
think
theaters.
I think it'll be good.
We'll see. But anyways,
Hyped.
yeah, that about wraps it up. Thank you
Guys,
all.
we're gonna go back to shorter episodes.
Yeah,
We have just had
bro.
some good things to talk about
Uh,
recently.
next
This is a very
episode.
special movie.
Next episode, we have like a good planned, like 45-minute to an hour episode planned. Easy watches, so should be pretty
Mm,
good.
mm. Yeah, guys, watch Superman.
Yeah, get it to a
Look
billion.
up.
Have a good night, guys. God bless.